Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Today is August 26th of 2022, and my name is Ron Holbert, coming to you from Orlando, Florida, and you're on Friday Night Live. My co-host, Len Nakamoto, is in St. Petersburg, Florida, on the other beach. Then go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okie dokie. Good to have you here, Ron. He is my partner in crime, and we're going to be co-hosting this lovely webinar called Friday Night Live. We see lots of regulars here. We appreciate all of you for coming back week after week and tolerating Ron and me. You're a special bunch. I'm a very odd bunch. No, I'm just kidding. So tonight, our topic is AI and what it means for you. It's a really hot topic. I know Marty expressed his excitement about this topic, and Mr. Mofaro, this is his cup of tea too. So if he wasn't busy, I guarantee you he would have been here for sure. So let's take it away now. We'll start with Mr. Collins Mana.
Thank you, Lynn. I'm glad to be here today. You know, Friday Night Live is always our starting point, the unique starting point of everything we do. So we start with Friday Night Live, which is really great to be here. And I just want to greet all the panelists and those who are watching and all the founders who are here, you know, to take whatever you can take, you know, on this great topic, you know, AI, you know, actually what, you know, we're talking about ONPASSIVE AI, what it means for you. You know, everybody, though you are a founder, you know, we want to think, whilst you are sitting there, we'll come to a point where everyone will try to reflect and then try to say what AI means to you, because a lot of people knows about AI. But honestly, when you look at AI, you ask them, what does it really mean? A lot of people will not even say what it means. Some people will look at different things and say, oh, this is AI. This AI. AI is something different from what we think. You know, when we look at AI, I want to dive deep into the technicality. I'll describe what is AI, then I'll go a little bit into the technicality. Please bear with me. If you don't understand it, we'll break it down. So we are talking about AI. So what is AI? AI is the simulation of humans' intelligence processed by machine, especially computer. It is a simulation of humans' intelligence. When you talk about you, how many brain cells do we have in our brain? We are talking about millions of brain cells. They are speech brain cells, you know, their feelings, the taste and everything. Can we make machine to behave like that? True, yes, it's true. Of course, machine can hear, machine can speak, machine can do everything depending on how you code it and program it to do what you want the machine to do. That is all artificial intelligence. You are trying to make machine to behave, to cut those tasks that are repetitive, to behave as humans. But only human beings can program it, make sure it performs the tasks that the machine, you know, ought to do, whatever you want to do. For instance, if you said, oh, we want, you know, Mary Aquino, we want to program something to reflect Mary Aquino. You cannot go to Mary Aquino and ask Mary Aquino, how is Marty Digamo? He will tell you, I don't even know Marty Digamo. The only thing the machine can recognize like computer is Mary Aquino. Ask every question. What type of food? What do you do today? How do you sleep? Because they have programmed the machine to behave exactly like her. The machine can give every response based on the program. But if you move out of that, the machine cannot tell you. So programming is different. That's how you build artificial intelligence to react and perform based on what you have asked the machine to do. And you can build it gradually. ONPASSIVE is built, you know, and integrated with artificial intelligence. You know, our ecosystem is built with artificial intelligence, but you cannot come there and ask a question which the system was not designed to do that. The system cannot give you an answer. For instance, you go to Sonar, what is the weather today? It will never tell you because it wasn't designed to do that. Go to Google Maps and you ask that. If you ask it, what type of food, you know, Mr. A and B, it will not tell you. But you ask, oh wallet, oh staff, oh this, it will give you all those information because it was designed to give you those information, to direct you to the right direction. So we are talking about this. Let us look at the development. They said what? You know, when you want to develop a software or computer program, you have to develop it so that the computer program will be able to perform tasks like which are regularly performed manually by humans intelligent to do what? So the machine can visualize or can work in a visual perception, can visualize what human beings are doing. You can visualize something, you can see something. Now you are replacing it by machine. You know, we're talking about speech recognition. We can speak, you make the machine to speak. You can make the machine to take decision, you know, you can decide for something. We are talking about marketing. Machine can look at all the geolocation and say, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. That is decision making. You know, you can make the machine to do what? To do transaction between language. You know, you can say, okay, I want language translation. Machine can do that. It is easy for machine to do that because they will code that machine to do most of those language translation. Look at our arsenal. All of this information is there. Language translation, do we have it? Yes, it's there. Go to Academy. We have multilingual translation. That is we're talking about artificial intelligence. You know, facial recognition, it is there. You're talking about geolocation, O-Tracker is there. Talk about distraction detection, is there in Academy. You know, we can go on and on and on because we have utilized the whole of what artificial intelligence to build our system, to behave like human, to cut down errors. You know, we cut down errors in everything we do. You know, you can look at it and make precise decisions. Repetitive jobs, you know, artificial intelligence will take over that particular part. Is it good or is it bad? Yes, it is perfect because there are jobs that sometimes fatigue can create a lot of errors. Remember, when you start 9 a.m. in the morning, you are efficient, you know, you are perfect doing your job. But when you go 2 hours down the line, what happened? A lot of mistakes and errors. Do you think artificial intelligence will make that mistake? No, because machine has been programmed to do it efficiently and effectively, you know, so that it will cut down human errors, cut down time frame, and a lot of things. This artificial intelligence inbuilt in all what we do in ONPASSIVE, from our physical products to what? To our digital products, to everything about ONPASSIVE. But when you come out of ONPASSIVE ecosystem and started asking questions, you know, our artificial intelligence cannot handle that because it wasn't designed for that. So we can go on and on and on and look at the programming. When you look at it, our computer system, it is not something that you can just say, wow, we've built this software, like a lot of people think, oh, we built this software, it can do that. No, you have to perfect it as human. You give an input and the machine will give you an output. You perfect it as it goes. For instance, let me take Sonar, which is one of our products. Go in, when they build, they said, let us go and try to test Sonar. Yes, they've programmed it initially, giving certain information. You go in and you answer, what is O wallet? Where is my O wallet? It will give you all the information. And when you start to give more information, what happened? Those AI people in Hyderabad, those who are AI programmer, if the answer is not there, they will program it. If it's there, Sonar will give it to you. If it's not there, they build in a system, a way that they can say, all right, go down the loop 3 times and said, you know, you said, what is the weather today? Let's say you give wrong information. What is the weather today? Sonar will say, I don't understand that. Can you repeat it? What is the weather today? I don't understand that. The 3rd time, depending on the coding system, or the 4th time, it will say, all right, I will transfer you to a live support, and a live person will pick it and answer you. If that question you've asked, what you want to search is recognized, or something that they know is to do with ONPASSIVE, they will code it and perfect the system. If it is not something to do with ONPASSIVE, they will discard it, because what is the weather today is nothing to do with ONPASSIVE. When you ask, where can I get Academy? Maybe it can be language barrier or something, the way Academy listen, Sona is, because remember, Sona will be in all of our products. If your language is a little bit somewhere, I cannot say, oh, your accent is somewhere, Sona cannot understand, Sona will go round the loop and then transfer you. But if it is okay, something they can understand, they go around the loop and it is not there, those guys in Hyderabad will code it. So, for instance, if Lynn Nakamoto come and ask, where can I see O-Wallet? It will tell you, O-Wallet is in this place, this and that, give you all the information so you can use it. And that is how they perfect the machine. They perfect it every day, putting information and information until it become more than and more sophisticated than humans. So this is how machine learning, AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning works. You give information, they code it, and they perfect it. You give it, they code it, and they perfect it until it becomes like you treat a baby from infantry, grows up, know how to feed and know how to take shower, know how to clothe self, know how to walk on her own to school and come back. That is how you perfect machine. That's what they call artificial intelligence and machine learning. You train machine and give them the input to behave like humans. So you can wash your hand off and sit back, relax, and the machine will start to work for you while you sleep. And when we said, I know Bra Oliver used to use the term, and Bra Bob, they always said, Sona is one of the products where you will go to sleep and they will work for you, collect the transaction from A to B, and they do everything while you sleep, collect, and they put money in your wallet while you sleep. Warren Buffett said it. He said, if you don't look for a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. It means machine will be the one, the author of the day, to work for you, do everything for you, and while you sleep, and they'll be working every time, every day, and day and night, 24/7 for you. I'm sure I clear it, and hope everybody have received that. Thank you very much, and I'll hand it over to Lynn. Thank you.
Very good. That was awesome. And it, in layman's terms that we all can relate to. So I really appreciate it. Next, we go on to Vincent Ete.
Hello, Auntie Lynn. Hello, all the participants, everyone, everywhere in the world, wherever you are, even if you are watching us from YouTube, hello to you all. So thanks to my brother Collins, he did a great presentation about artificial intelligence. He did explain very well. I do understand very well also about artificial intelligence. Yeah. So I will also talk about artificial intelligence relating to databases, our daily thing, because we touch in the database every single day, but maybe sometimes we don't know that we are using the database. Even using our mobile phone, our smartphone, all applications we are using to connect to the system, all the information we get in is using the database. But what we need to do, artificial intelligence is having a clear impact on databases, because why today we have a lot of application, a lot of system. So the artificial intelligence is working in the background to make our life more easier and then more available and comfortable for us. What this means is that artificial intelligence in cloud, because artificial intelligence apply in cloud for automatic tuning so that to improve the database performance. Is also using the machine learning. My brother Colin said about that. Now the machine learning, so to enable the database automatic upgrade, because the database sometimes they need all these upgrades from cloud. So what is using to do that is the artificial intelligence using this to do the automatic upgrade, also the patching, and also the training himself. So the machine help the machine to do the training himself while they are running. So the artificial intelligence is giving the better performance with our products like ONET, OChat, OConnect. They are also working behind, artificial intelligence is working behind those products. So you will see that those products will have a better performance. So those better performance will come from artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence not only the database. Even I'll go over about the monitoring the server performance. So the server performance, because the database is inside the server. So artificial intelligence work in the way that we have a better performance for the server. Even the network conjunction is also done by artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence also, we use it to disk utilization. So when the system is working, the artificial intelligence work in the way that we can know how the disk utilization is done. You can also detect or even predict the data outage. So the artificial intelligence working behind to do all these great jobs. So even organize also the advanced and predict the analytics. So artificial intelligence can help us also to predict all this information, even to track the power level. And the artificial intelligence also identify the potential defect area in the system. So it's the artificial intelligence is doing a great job. As Colin said, once everything is programmed for the artificial intelligence will do all this great job for us. So it's machine learning. So the interaction, the database and artificial intelligence is crucial. So we have like significant faster query. So this help us that when you interact, you go to the database, you try to find any information, artificial intelligence make this thing work better for us. That's called fast querying. So when you ask the information database, make it that you get the information within a second. This is artificial intelligence doing that job also for us. So make also the confidence-based query result. So we are confident that you will get the result we are looking for. This is also the work of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence also support the data science. So all this you heard about the data science, all this is artificial intelligence. The flexibility also, artificial intelligence help also give us the flexibility to use all the data easily. So when you go to a system, they will get the data easily because of what artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence also help us for better access. So the common database SQL engine. So this is also be done by artificial intelligence. So we see the very large database, commonly these days they call it VLDB. So the VLDB improvement is also done by artificial intelligence, because when we have in a company have a big database, it run very slow because it's difficult to get the information very quicker. But with the help of artificial intelligence, we can get the information as fast as we want. So the machine working behind, and then we get the system very quick. And then also artificial intelligence bring also robust security and encryption. So when you talk about the security in a system today, is also done by artificial intelligence. So my brother Oliver will touch that area. So we have also data management. So the artificial intelligence also is doing a great job, is sitting behind the system and then do the data management for us, so that we have a proactively support security. We have a capacity planning, like how all this workload optimization and even the performance training. This is all job is done by artificial intelligence. Okay, to end that, I'll talk about the security, but using artificial intelligence, data mining, machine learning in the cyber security. So artificial intelligence developed a robust model for instructions, and then also detect and then execution of malware classification. So all this cyber security system, artificial intelligence is doing the work, is working hard behind for us, is doing like a police for us in our system. We are using like data mining, machine learning, the artificial intelligence doing that great job for security, for detect all the cyber security system. So this is what in the data management area. So Antilene, thank you. I'll leave it there. Thank you all the participants to listen to this great webinar.
Thank you. So if anybody ever wants to know anything about database, this is the person to go to, Mr. Vincent Ete. Thank you very much. Now we go on to Oliver Fonte.
Hi, everybody. I know we are all fired up, and we can see the light at the end of the tunnel with ONPASSIVE and where we are today and where we are going tomorrow. When I listened to my brother, Madi Degamo, he was fired up yesterday. And I was like, hey, Madi, I want to say thank you, Maddie, for that. And I want to thank everybody that is here today. And Lynn, you are doing a wonderful job managing OTech Pro and carrying on all the other webinars. John Barilla, I want to say thank you, bro. You are doing a wonderful job being the police in the YouTube and from one webinar to the other. And Madam Aquino, you are also doing a good job, both of you, for coming up with the poster. I want to say thank you. And to my two brothers that they've just talked, Collins and Vincent, you guys did a wonderful job. AI, the topic of today. What Mr. Ash Mufara has done with AI, that is why all our products are today above market value. Above all the other products that are in the market today, ONPASSIVE products are above market value because of AI. That is the machine. That is the joker. AI has the ability for machine to learn and act intelligently, meaning they can make decisions, carry on tasks, and predict future outcome from what they learned from the past data. Like my brother Collins just said, we feed information to the machine to carry on tasks intelligently. And the more we feed those informations into the machine, the guys in Hyderabad, they perfect it. They take those data, those scrambled data, perfect the machines, so that by the next 3-4 months, they can perfect more than us. Let me talk about the various AI, and they are all involved in all our products. Reactive AI. The way it programs is to learn about the past and the future based on input that it receives. Just what Collins and Vincent just said. Based on the past data that they collect, they perfect the system. The tech guys in Hyderabad, they use those data to perfect the system. If we are working on O Connect, you come and bring something that is not about O Connect, it will not recognize it. So it's based on the information that we put in the machines. That when the tech guys in Hyderabad, they go there, they look at those questions that you ask. They are not questions that is based on that product. They will not be able to give you an answer. Then now we have limited memory AI. It uses the past data to improve later uses for today. It automate and train. AI uses past data to make prediction in the future. Yes, that is a very important part of AI. They use the past data to predict future. And when we go to security, we'll talk about that also. And we also have the theory mind AI. It has the capability to understand emotions and replicate them, such like humans. For example, sonar, O traffic, and O chart. Our O traffic with the power of AI that is embedded into that product. E-commerce, OMAT, we are going to have the best of the best. Amazon is not going to get us. Alibaba, they will not get us. Yes, they do. Now they are trying to patch AI in between them. But we do have our own AI embedded from scratch upward. That the more data that comes in, O traffic, e-commerce, OMAT, they will perfect it to understand customers' reaction, and they'll be able to come out with good results to predict that at this particular location, there were this amount of customers on this particular location. That this is O traffic. I mean, this is O traffic. It will predict, and then that geolocation is going to also come in. That is the power of AI. It also has the capability to understand emotions, like I just said, and replicate them. It will replicate them over and over and over. That is the power of AI. And that is the game changer that Mr. Ash Mufara has used AI in all our products. That today we do have above market value products that are going to get into the market. The day ONPASSIVE will unleash our product to the market, the traffic will be dangerous. The traffic also. I'm seeing ONPASSIVE within 6 months, within 6 months or 1 year, before 1 year or within 1 year to have more than 1 billion customers because of AI. Because why? Because they will learn how customers behave, the customer's behavior, and give us results. We'll be able to use all traffic. Those will come, those customers that will come to e-commerce, mart, please, they will not go away. Because we have the traffic, AI is running the traffic, we have that authority because we use AI. Let me go to security. In security, we have firewalls in all the regions. Also, it goes with AI. It has that event prediction that can predict future attacks. Future attacks. When those data breach guys, they want to come, they will predict them, and AI will come in now, predict and stop. If they want to push further, they'll block all the ports. They'll block the ports. Our tech guys will come in now, work on them, and open them again. That's the power of AI. Automation, dictation, and action. We have is automated. Our system is, remember that we have AI embedded, 100% automated, and integration. But the automation part with AI is going to be powerful when it comes to security. Because the automation now is going to automate any attack that wants to come into our system that you cannot even penetrate. Because that automation has already seen you, even the bad guys that are in-house. Because one thing in security is that you don't trust anybody within the company. You trust, but you verify. And that is why they give permission. If you have a particular responsibility, you have permission only for that particular task. You can only perform on that particular task because the company don't trust you. Because if they give you permission for everything, you can cause damage. Just imagine that you go to the bank. The teller, they can only see your checking account and your current account. Anything after that, they cannot see it. You have to go to the manager because the manager in each bank, they do have permission for everything because they trust them. Even if they trust them, they monitor them also. That is the power of AI. That is the power of AI. We do have robust data controls. Robust data control in security is that immediately those controls that are there, the robust of AI now kicks in and makes sure that no vulnerability or threat or risk can penetrate. Those controls now automatically kicks in and protect them. That is the power of artificial intelligence. And that is how Mr. Ash Mufara, when he comes out last week or 2 weeks ago, he said, "Oh, Connect, they've added this feature, disruptive features." He's a very intelligent man. He has diagnosed, he has put AI into Microsoft, according to me, look into it, look at the future. He said that, okay, Hyderabad, can you people add this? That is why he will always come and said, we are stacking the cool, because he has looked at this particular product, we can add this. He keeps adding, perfecting it, because AI can perform that task. That is why we have above market value product. That is why he told us on Thursday that Zoom, we are going to be above Zoom market value because of artificial intelligence. That is the power of AI. And we should be proud of ourselves that today, the 1.4 million founders, we are in this giant company that they have AI embedded from scratch. No company, no tech company that I know, been in the industry for how many years? No company that I know, they've used AI. If they try it, what they do now, they patch. If they try, they will collapse. Or what they can do, they can start from scratch. How many years is it going to take them to start from scratch? Is it 4 years? Zoom took four years plus to come out with Zoom, and it's not even embedded with AI. Mr. Ash Mufara took how many years to come out with 10 products that we are going to see them in the next 2 spring, which is in less than 4 weeks today. All the 10 products, and I'm sure our CEO will come and tell us that we have more than 10 products within that 1 or 2 sprint. How many years we've taken to come out with that? ONPASSIVE has taken to come out with that amount of products. Less than 4.5 years. More than 10 products. Never heard of. Never heard of. The advantages of AI. We get more products are going to be done in lesser time. Yes, the jobs will go, but we are going to have more jobs because they are going to train more people, go back to school to come now to perfect those jobs. Like in UK, Pricewaterhouse, when I read in the magazine, one magazine, Pricewaterhouse has predicted that AI is going to produce 7.2 million jobs in the UK. Yep. More people go not back to school. Productivity now will increase. Businesses will make more money. They will come to ONPASSIVE to come and buy our products. That is the beauty of it. We are ready to sell them our AI products. And it's going to avoid also human errors. Like Collins mentioned that we are going to have because of predictive or because of repetitive, machines can perform those tasks. Between 8 a.m. and 12, I'm done. I'm exhausted when I'm at work. I'm exhausted. That's why when I want to schedule my meeting, I put them before 12 o'clock or before 1 o'clock. Because at that particular period, my body is still fresh to work. After that time, I'm done. But with AI, they can perform those tasks repetitively, perfectly. Perfectly. Because they also have human emotions with them. They save time. It saves time. Company now, tasks that were about 3-4 people, they can do with AI, with artificial intelligence, they can do that thing for less than 4 or 5 hours. A task that maybe 4 people were doing it for 8 hours. Now they can, one person can do that particular task. Machine learning, AI will now take control over them. I just talk about security. The system will also be more secure because AI comes with its own security, with its own security features. So AI, we should be proud where we are today on Pacifian. That we are proud that our CEO, how smart he is. He has used AI to come out with all our products from scratch, and will benefit from it. I want to say thank you, Lynn.
All right, Mr. Oliver, thank you. Let's give these OTech guys a round of applause. They are just absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. You guys are great. I call Oliver, you are the ONPASSIVE envelope. And anyways, you guys do a great job, and I enjoy this excitement in your voices. Prior to me joining ONPASSIVE, if you would ask me about artificial intelligence, I would have told you it was some kind of science fiction. That's how clueless I was. And now everything that happens, pretty much, you can say, oh, that's artificial intelligence. You recognize it right away. So right now, let's go to Mr. Marty DeGarmo and let him give us a few thoughts. Hello, Marty.
Hello, Ron. Yeah, that's fantastic stuff. I love to hear about AI and checking it out. A lot of people talking about it, obviously. The company has become more AI in the last year than it was prior. He had stuff induced with AI, but there's some things that are 100% AI, which is pretty fantastic. But I also wonder, because I have people come up to me and say, well, AI is going to destroy jobs. It will eliminate the mundane jobs. It will eliminate jobs that people don't want to do, right? The ones that over and over and over, because it doesn't sweat. It doesn't get tired. It can answer the phone midnight, whatever. It sounds the same. Hello, can I help you? Right? It never gets tired. So yeah, that definitely will do that. But people will be moving on to other things. AI is only as smart as the programmer. Okay, it's not some monster that invented itself. Somebody told AI what to do, what to look for, and then it's programmed to think. So it takes all this data constantly and tries to find a better way to work. For example, it will learn the buying habits of consumers. That's how you go from 5% clicking your ad and paying to 25%. Because every time somebody comes to your site, watches a video, watches your site, AI can check out all the information. How long were you there? What did you look at? When you left, what were you looking at? What time of day was it? Man, woman, age, what part of the world you're from, what country, and it learns. And what it'll learn is, okay, that ad didn't work because of this. Let's introduce it to them at this angle. And now the next time, that percentage of people that actually look at it, they get it, and they sign up. Now, don't confuse this with ads you see. If you went out today and you said, I want a lawnmower, and you look up lawnmowers, you don't buy one, but you click on it. You notice the next couple of days, lawnmowers are following you everywhere. That's tracking. That's tracking through your IP address. We have tracking, the best in the world. So some of the tracking we're using will be, where was your site at? Where did you get the most hits? Stuff like that. That's how the company learns how to create better marketing, better traffic. It's amazing. But recently I've had people ask me, what about all the jobs it's going to lose? Here's the facts. And this is coming from businesses all around the world. By 2030, which is only 8 years away, AI will lead to an estimated 15.7 trillion or 26% increase in the global GDP. 15.7 trillion or 26% in the global GDP. And based on that, to make it even easier to understand, it's greater than the output of China and India GDP combined today. So wrap your head around that. Where are we going? Holy cow. Who's leading it? Mr. Mufara. He looked at all the fig leaves. He looked at all the trends. He looked at all the things that don't work. And he said, wow, we're heading down a road at lightning speed, but it's the wrong direction. He turned that ship around, took all the stuff that we're going to be moving out of into the AI, consumer-based, make people happy, give them what they want and some Oprah. Okay, I always say that because it just sounds weird. No, but give people exactly what they want and even more. Where are they going to go if you do that? You have no hidden cost. The value is unbelievable. AI into support will be backed 24/7. And how AI works in support, you ask a question, it answers you. You don't like the answer, say, is that satisfactory? No. It'll give you something else. It will do that until you get to a live person if you have to. But the next time it does it, it will be better. And the next time, even better. And it'll get to the point where you have a question that answers, you say, thank you very much. That's machine learning. That's going through the process of learning. We will master that in the world. My voice is messed up, as you can tell. But we will master that in the world, all of that. And when you increase 20%, 26% globally in the trillions, and you know you guys were all sitting on the machine that's going to do that, because it was developed to do that. He's going to do machine learning. He's going to send ads out, millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of ads that are backed by tracking, artificial intelligence. And when this thing comes around and keeps running and keeps running and keeps running, you're going to see higher and higher return on investment, which means every dollar you spend for advertisement, what do you get back? And I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot of fun to see. And keep in mind, we're not watching this happen. We're not reading it in a book. We're not watching it on a movie in 6 years. We're living it. Not only are we going to watch it, we're in it. And whatever that ringtone is to tell you you got money, it's going to blow your head off eventually. Because it's going to be going off constantly. But we got to take time and give it a chance to work and get our stuff together. Too many people come to us and say, they'll make a statement, we don't know the answer. You don't have to know all the answers. Remember, some people make a statement because they want to be right. They don't care if they are right. They're just being negative. Some people do that. Don't go down that road because people will twist you up. That's what they want to do. They don't want the correct answer. They want to twist you up. So say, I don't know, but the research is out there. Go to Google and look up anything about AI. Look up anything about the internet. Look up where is the trend going. And every time you look up the positive, where we're going, what is the future, next 4 or 5 years, ONPASSIVE is there. Every one of them. Anywhere I go, you look it up and it says, it doesn't say ONPASSIVE, but I know what it is because that's what Ash has been talking for 4 years. We are so fortunate to be on this jet rocket heading to the right location ahead of everybody else. I asked him to come here because I love AI and I wanted to hear him. He wanted to come, he couldn't. He's in a meeting with that guy that he was talking about from Canada, I believe. And I thought maybe he could come on later, but after that, he's going to a meeting with 65 managers to start a meeting about the company. So it's always going. Would he rather be here? Yes. Is he needed here? No. He's needed there. So be happy he's there because nobody else can do the final word but Ash. So yeah, great job. Great job to the tech guys. I noticed anytime somebody's confused, they go, that's artificial intelligence. No, not always. It's not out to get you. It will be programmed to help us. And it'll help us build our business. It will do things you don't like to do. I told you when I marketed online, wasted a lot of money just trying to get the ad right. Just working on getting it right. Then when I got it right, sometimes nobody clicked on it. How frustrating do you think that is? Now you put AI in there and it's constantly thinking. It doesn't sweat. It's going to make the right move without any thought. That didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work. This must be right. Quickly, very quickly. And we all get to be part of that. We don't have to be, we've spent thousands of dollars on an ad when we get to the very end. Nobody clicked on it. Nobody even cares about it. Then I put up an ugly site, 3 or 4 words. I can't get people to stop clicking on it. You never know what's going to work. AI will find that out for us while we're sleeping. You know, there might be 100 clicks going to your site. 100 visitors might go to all our sites, and everyone here gets a different amount of people. Maybe 20 people in somebody's site bought, 50 in another, 10 in another, 5 in another. That's people. But I guarantee this, the longer it runs, the more they understand people's buying habits, that number is going to increase. What we should think about is what keeps them here. That's the master of ONPASSIVE. You know what's going to keep them here? Value. No one can touch them. Unlimited. What's plan B? Well, I can always leave here and go to Zoom. Are you kidding? I can always leave here and go to Aweber. Aweber's obsolete. I said to ask, what about autoresponders? And I believe I heard him laugh. I believe there was a chuckle on the other end. He said, that's not now. We don't do things that way. So, I mean, we're in a different animal, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, AI is mind-blowing. Go look it up. Everything's great news for all of us, especially since we got a guy that is starting way ahead of everybody else. All the companies know where they got to go. They don't want to go there. It's expensive. And it's not like you can repaint the walls and all of a sudden you're ONPASSIVE. But we'll add new colors. We'll put up posters. It's not going to do it. ONPASSIVE is from the heart. ONPASSIVE is from the very foundation of the company. It's the core. Can't change the core overnight. And while you're working on the core, going from capitalism to, in some cases, greed, to switch over to being Ashmupara, you got a better chance of getting attacked by a shark in Arizona. Anyway, that's all I got.
Wow, Marty, that's great. That's great. Living the dream, baby. That's what we're doing. Living the dream. Thanks for that info, Marty. We appreciate it. Now we're going to go to Mr. Jeffrey Morlock. Jeffrey, come on down.
Oh,
Did I make him co-host? Give me a second. I thought I did. Oh, I think he might not be here at the moment. He was here just a minute ago.
Okay. Well, we can get back to him then.
Mhm.
So let's go to the open mic. What do you think, Lynn? Let's go to the open mic and let some people ask some questions.
That's
Raise
good.
your hands if you have any questions. Let us know about what you think about this AI and where it's going to take you.
So the
from
basically,
the information we've
what
learned.
are your thoughts about AI? You know,
What are your
everybody has
thoughts?
a different view of what AI is, and it'll be interesting to see what we all think. No writer.
Remember, I'm like a teacher. Okay, you don't raise your hand, I pick on
Watch out.
you. So you might as well go ahead. You know, people like John Barillo.
If he's free, because he's a chat guardian.
I'm sorry, what's the problem?
Oh my goodness, what do you think about this topic?
What do I think about the topic? I think it's a great topic. And I've been kind of aware of artificial intelligence for quite a while myself, actually, but without knowing a lot of specifics, which we're learning some great stuff now, especially from the O-Tech pros and Marty, and very interesting to me. I'm going to mention something. I was going to save this maybe for the Q&A, but I was going to say, has anybody noticed, or maybe you could explain to me, it may be algorithms, but I noticed that, let's say that I buy something from Amazon or Amazon Prime, or it may be for my my 2 little nephews, toys, children-related things. Or I may say something somewhere else on a site that is not related directly to, that would identify me or things that I like. But I think that artificial intelligence, every once in a while, I won't say it errors, but I'll notice that I will get suggestions for purchases that are supposedly for me, or suggestions for reading and such, or ordering videos, and they will be more for what I just happened to buy some little toy of a year and a half ago or something. Is there anything to that algorithms, by identifying things in various sites, when they then put something that supposedly relates to you, it's a little bit off. It's not really my favorite thing. It just happens that I buy for kids every once in a blue moon. Is that anything, or maybe
Yeah,
it's the wrong time to bring that up? Maybe one of the OTech guys can
like
say
Marty
something.
was just talking, you know, a lot of people think that's AI, and I believe he said that was more of tracking. Like when you check to buy a sweater or whatever for the next few days, you'll be getting all these different contacts about sweaters. And that part of it is called tracking. Am I right there, Marty?
Right, but what I'm saying is perhaps the tracking errors once in a while. I mean, that still comes from AI, the tracking, that's, I think. What I'm saying is...
What's happening, John, because you picked up a toy, it doesn't know who you are. It just knows what you did. So you picked up a toy, it comes back and says, this person likes toys. When in reality, you were buying it for somebody else. That's how you know it's tracking. And yes, algorithms are involved too. But every toy maker in the world knows or has an idea the last thing you bought from your IP address was a toy. So it doesn't know. That's not AI. Down the road, AI will know your buying habits, but your habits could be a tent, a Barbie doll, and a TV set, and a lawnmower. It could change. You know, so yeah, I mean, the last thing that they remembered from tracking, you bought a dollhouse or whatever you bought. So the next time you're going around and you're watching it, you see offers for dolls or something to do with a dollhouse. Right? That's just part of tracking. Everybody gets that. Everybody.
Okay, thanks. Good answer. Thank you.
Cool deal. Thanks, John. All right. Miss Sago from Norway, come on down. Unmute yourself. Let us see you if you want.
Hello, interesting topic. Do you hear me?
I hear you, but I can't see you.
Yes. It's early in the morning here, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't want to see you early in the morning, that's for sure.
Yeah, I came in pretty late, but I saw this topic earlier on, and I was like, yes, I would like to hear what the tech guys say, but
Yeah.
I might have missed a lot of things because I came in.
What does AI mean to you?
Yes, I saw that. I had that question, and I'm not answering the question, but I'm asking a question.
Okay.
I wonder what the tech pros think about the statement that, because I was listening to some videos by Elon Musk, for example, and he was talking about AI, and he was saying AI will soon exceed human brain. And also that he made a statement. He said, if you cannot beat it, work with it. Yeah, because it's pretty far. It will soon exceed our intelligence. And then he was asked a question, and he said something about probably he didn't really say he's doing it or anybody's doing it, but he was saying AI is like an extension of human brain. Look at the way people work in terms of the way we work with our phones. We are almost always holding our phones. Our phones are storing our they can remember our pictures. They store a lot of notes. They store they are like our diary. They store a lot of information. We are always Googling from AI and checking for information there. So it's like an extension of human brain. And he didn't really say he was doing it or anybody else doing it, but he said, probably we just need a neurotube between the brain and AI. And then some people may choose that neurotube and they will be super intelligent. Yeah, it can be something that can be optional. And then he was asked, of course, to say, are you going to do that? He said, no, I'm not going to release any bomb right now. Right? So what do you think of these statements? Because for me, I was like, oh, a little bit scared,
Well, let's ask.
but excited at the same time.
Let's ask. Collins,
Thank
what do you
you.
think?
I'll answer that. You know, what is really AI? AI is a series of code. You know, human beings code. If we look at our brain cells, we're talking about billions of brain cells in our head, and people think differently. And when they code machine, you always give the machine an input and you are expecting a result. When they talk about AI will exceed human brain, if you ask me, I'll say maybe, maybe not, because we have a lot, because we are the one putting something into machine. But if you ask me, would the machine be perfected to even be more efficient and effective than humans? I would say yes, because when we grow older, our effectiveness and efficiency and effectiveness dropped. You know, our way of thinking dropped. From the day you grow to maturity, and then you start to drop. The machines never dropped because we have given them that information, the machine, the information, so that we can go back and retrieve them. But if you say you can take all the 1 billion brain cells, regardless of the brain cells we have, and implant it in machine to get all of those information, and remember, people intelligence are different. If you put it, say you take the most brightest person, and who knows who is the most brightest person on this planet, and said you want to take it and then put it in the machine and said this machine will get all of this information and run effectively, I can say yes, if you can do that. But can we really do that? Because remember, we are the humans and we are the one building these machines to be more effective and efficient. But remember, you cannot give 99% to those machines. You cannot give 99% because there will always be something that is lacking. 100% we can give it to God, but 99% I'll tell you yes, because there is something that can happen. But okay, if Elon Musk can say that, fine, we can wait and we see. I will say yeah, but I cannot say yes or no. But when you say about machine doing things that we can do effectively and efficiently, I will say yes, because these are code. You code it and you put those information and you perfect, as Magic Gamo said, perfect. We perfect it until it becomes more efficient, like the way humans will interact. But remember, when you program something, as we said, you program it based on the product. What type of products are we using on this planet Earth? There are billions of products that we are using, and you build machines. Maybe rocket science or those launching something to space, you use machine, aeronautics. But when it comes to, say, supermarket energy, there are different programs and different AI you can use. The way you use AI in energy efficient is different from the way you use it in aeronautics, and the way you use it from different. And they can write all those code. They can work differently in different environments. That's the only thing I will say I will share here. But I know I've worked with AI, working in a company that will be AI in a small scale in different products. And at least there's an understanding of how AI is being used. So I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Thanks, Collins. Oliver, you got a quick comment?
Yeah, Collins just said it all. And AI, the way we look at AI, we should not look at it in the sense that AI can do everything. The Collins said 99% yes, 98%, 90% yes, because we feed those informations in the machine, and it depends on the particular product. You know, it depends on the particular product, and it depends also on the data that comes in. When the data comes in, those algorithms, those data scientists, they will use those algorithms, will scramble data, work on them, perfect the machines. And we should also understand that they do have, with those data, they understand emotions and they replicate also. You know, they have emotions, they understand emotion and they replicate. So Elon Musk can say what he wants to say, but when it comes to ONPASSIVE AI or any other company, it depends on the product, that particular product. they'll tailor it to that product, or those algorithms will be on that particular product. So this is something that we have to understand. It's not like AI is something that it work anyhow. No, we feed those data in that machines, and it depends on that product. We have to repeat this time and time and again, and that is why we do have automations, and we do have integration that we integrate ONPASSIVE. That is the good thing that ONPASSIVE has done. Our products can be integrated to other products so that they can multitask. Thank you.
Sounds good, Oliver. Vincent, comment? No?
I would like to.
Go ahead.
Here's something to keep in mind for people that get nervous or whatever, how far it can go. AI cannot decide. It cannot decide what it wants to do. That would be scary. AI is there to work for man, but it doesn't get up one day and go, what I think I'm going to do. No, it doesn't do that. It'll master what you want it to master. But decision is from God. It doesn't have decision. It can't tell you, I'm going to go do this. I'm bored here. I'm going to go work on the nuclear code. I mean, it's not made that way. It doesn't have a soul. So decision is out of the realm for AI. I hope that helps. Anyway.
Thank you, Marty. Masego, does that answer your question? Hello? Okay. Well, we gave you a wealth of knowledge there. So thank you for your question. Violet Ryan.
Yeah.
I unmuted her just now. She's
okay. Go ahead, Masego.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't unmute myself. I just wanted to clarify that his statement was, he was appreciating exactly as the tech pros are saying, to say it is us humans who are controlling AI, but the way it works, because it doesn't forget, it's more efficient. So he was like, it's like you actually need, for us to be more efficient as human beings, you just need this neural tube between your brain and AI, and then you will be super effective. So he was not saying necessarily to replace the human brain, but to make us super effective human beings.
Right.
So thank you.
All right. Thank you for your question. Let's move on now to Miss Violet Ryan from Canada. Come on down.
Hello, good
Hello.
evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. I kind of have an issue with this AI business knowing everything. I know people that won't even scan their credit cards when they're paying for something. They put in their PIN number and everything. Everything's automatic. My son hasn't upgraded his phone, or updated his phone in, I don't know, 5 years. He says things are telling me that they can't function anymore on my phone because it's too old. And I just think, every move you make, and the other thing is, it can track you now without you. It knows where you went and when you went and where it was, how long you were there. This is a lot of information for somebody that wants that kind of stuff. And I'm kind of afraid there will be somebody that wants that kind of stuff. And there's no way of not giving them what they want, because everything is automated now and it's got tracking and whatever. That's just my view. I think we're going to pay for it someday. Well, I don't mean pay for it cash, with our life or something. Anyway, that's all.
All righty. Well, you either keep up with the times or you get left in the dark, and these are things that are going to better our persons, companies, government, I think, because if you don't stay up and advance, then you've always got some country looking over you and you know what they're now going to do. So I for one, will promote artificial intelligence just for that, to keep us ahead of the game. But thanks, Violet. We appreciate it. All
You're
righty.
welcome.
Ron, can I add something just to add to what
Sure.
Savage have just said? It's not something to scare about. Technology is here to better our lives. It's not to scare us. Because remember, we are moving. The world is moving fast. The population is growing. Businesses are growing. So human beings, we are the one asking, what can we do to perfect our life? Remember, there are times that when you look at jobs, you go to your job, 2-3 hours, you are so tired, worn out, you cannot do anything. And you are asking yourself, what can we do so we can get this job done without me using my energy a lot? So those repetitive jobs that you are doing, machine is the place to take over and make our life better so you can have that life and that rest that you want. When you go about talking about credit card, remember, in any data system, it's not AI. The database is there to collect information and to tell you, when you put your credit card, remember, if your money disappeared, who will you hold? The banks. Oh, they've taken my money. But how can they track those who have maybe steal your money from your bank account? Is to go to that data system and look who used this card, the movement of everything, and then they can verify and validate that Mr. X and this when it wasn't you. So this is where machine come into play. But remember, if there was nothing like that, people can take your money and disappear. But now machine is there to look at it and say, oh, no, it wasn't you. We can refund your money back and then try to track the bad guys. These are all database systems. It's not sometimes we blame AI. It's not AI. Every database has a log table. That log table shows you the movement of everything you are doing. If I log into ONPASSIVE today with my credentials, it goes where? What the log table does, it looked up and said, do we have this email in this database? Yes. Has this account been created? Yes. Does it belong to Mr. ABC? Yes. I'll give this person access to go in. By the time you get into ONPASSIVE, movement of everywhere to mail to that, the log table capture all those information. So when you do something terrible, Mr. Ashmura can come out and say, you know what, you were there. People will say it's AI. No, because every information is logged in the log table in the database. That's what people don't know. Log table is there to see all your movement. It is not something that is not sacred. It's because they want to protect us as founder. Every organization you go, they protect you. They protect all those who are coming there. So someone cannot come and do something silly and they'll accuse another person. That's why the table is there to capture all those information, the movement. So we should be happy about this, that we are protected, instead of looking at it and say, oh, we are scared. You know, it is there to protect us. And this is what, you know, computers is coming to give us that peace of mind, so we can say, yeah, we are in a safe place. As Abraham said, we are fine. We have to look at it as a good thing, embrace it, instead of saying, no, we are scared. No, that's what I just wanted to add.
Thanks, Collins. Violet, comment?
Thank you so much, Ron and
Hold on just
Lynn.
a minute, Gladys.
Oh,
Hold on
sorry.
just a minute. Violet, did you have another comment?
Yes, I do. That is something about ONPASSIVE that I am really looking forward to, as far as the security and everything being tracked. I have been scammed with in other areas. I got a brand new credit card, and before I knew it, someone in South Africa was using my credit card to travel to Dubai and buy some all kinds of stuff. And the credit card guys called me up and they said, "Are you in South Africa?" And I don't think so, not yet. And like, it's amazing how people can scam you. And if you don't know their little tricks, like AnyDesk, if anyone asks you to put AnyDesk on your computer, hang up, because AnyDesk gives them access to your computer, and they can help themselves with your money. They can get into your bank accounts, everything. And that's why I'm kind of looking forward to ONPASSIVE, because then I can buy products from ONPASSIVE and not worry about someone knowing anything, because they've already checked it out to make sure that it's not a scam.
Yeah, that's why we say thank the Lord for ONPASSIVE. We appreciate
I
it.
know,
Violet.
amazing.
All right.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. All right, Miss Gladys, Kenya, USA. Kenya, USA. I didn't know that Kenya was in the USA.
Thank you so much, Ron. I'm originally from Kenya, but currently in the United States. Thank you, Lynn, as well. And I'm just going to say something about AI. I'm not an IT person. I'm just going to talk like a regular mama, a founder who really loves AI. One thing that makes me confident with ONPASSIVE on how it's going to use AI is that Ash himself has guaranteed us, he said it by himself, that our AI is AI with ethics. It's going to follow ethics as he uses AI in our business. And for me, I look at AI as something that is going to serve us, the founders. We are not going to serve AI, but it's going to serve us. It's going to work for us. It's going to help ONPASSIVE to collect accurate information quickly in real time. It's going to help ONPASSIVE use that information to be able to operate the business. So I'm very, very happy about AI. And since ONPASSIVE is the future technology that is happening now, and we are using AI, I'm excited because we are going to grow faster. Through AI, we are going to have more customers coming in and resellers quickly, which is compounding our business. And since many companies are worried now that if they don't include AI in how they are running their businesses, they might go out of business. So as we know, ONPASSIVE is big. Whatever that is happening now is where we are. As Ash said, many companies never reach where we are now. So say, for example, we are 5 years ahead. As ONPASSIVE keeps growing, by the time the companies reach where we are, we'll be 10 years ahead. So I'm very happy about that. I just wanted to share my excitement about AI. Thank you.
Well, Gladys, we're right there with you. Thank you for sharing that with us. Now let's go down south a little bit on the East Coast with the one and only Bruce Gerstein. Come on down, Bruce.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you so much for what you and Lynn are doing, and thank you for guys and Marty and everyone else here. You know, I come from a business. I was a recording engineer, and music changed from analog to digital. And when it changed from analog to digital, it was no longer listening to the music. It was listening to bits of information. And artificial intelligence really comes into checking out information. Like John was talking about his kids and he bought toys for the kids. Artificial intelligence doesn't know who you are. It only sees your habits and it tracks your habits and it gets that information. The one nice thing and incredible thing about ONPASSIVE is, unlike Facebook or Google, we don't take that information of what you do habitually and sell it to other vendors. so they can pounce on you to do things. What we do is we use it as a tool to give people information because we can see what they're doing regularly. And let's say you like granola, and maybe you're buying granola all the time, and they may come out with you with another part of another brand of granola that you might like, but it doesn't sell that to somebody else. It stays inside the pocket of ONPASSIVE. We're highly protected by all the security that we have so that nobody can steal our information. Nobody can steal your credit cards. Hackers do that, and you do have to be careful online. And I know Colin and everyone else has already told us about protecting us and not giving any information to anybody that's online that you don't know. So we have a very secure system when it comes to artificial intelligence. I had a friend in California, and she loves ONPASSIVE, but she doesn't like artificial intelligence, and she thinks, and you know, rather than trying to convince her otherwise, I just let her say what she wants and I honor where she's at. Because if somebody is afraid of artificial intelligence, until they experience that, they won't move. So it's just a matter of time when people get used to the fact that artificial intelligence is here, it's here to stay, it's going to get larger and larger. And I remember we used to say, if you don't have a website, if your company doesn't have a website, one day you'll be out of business because you have nowhere for people to go. And it's the same with what happens with artificial intelligence. If you're not using it, eventually you will die. So I'm just happy to be here. And I think I try to keep things very simple. This is a way that information is gathered, is stored. This is also about machine learning. So it learns the habits of the customers. And that's all it does. It learns habits. It's indifferent to what you're feeling. Just like digital music doesn't say, oh, this is beautiful music. It just says, this is the information. So it's just about storage and information. And I don't really worry about it. I just know we're going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing. And as long as you have faith, and no matter what happens, ONPASSIVE will be here in a very positive way for everybody, ethically and morally, and however you can think, because we are a compassionate family of people called ONPASSIVE. We are the proud heirs. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate it. AI and what it means for you. Rupa from India, come on down.
Hi everyone, I'm Rupa. Welcome once again, Artificial Intelligence All Founder, hashtag ONPASSIVE Company Hour. Thank you so much. So we are welcoming the world of technologies. Today, every human activities is simplified due to the new fast-paced technologies, the failed computer science registering new technologies in day-to-day life. So one of the famous technologies in artificial intelligence. So due to its applications, everyone from small kids to the elder is well aware this stream and using it applications in our day-to-day life. So some people think that the terms artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning are the same. So, but this term different from the another. Artificial intelligence is a broad term in which can include machine learning and deep learning inside it. So machine learning provides different technology to would the helpful to achieve the goal of AI. So we can say that machine learning can be the subset artificial intelligence. So however, deep learning is the subset of machine learning. It is used to solve large complex problems using natural networks. So thank you so much. And I am not a IT, so I am just trying. So any word mistakes, so apologies me. Thank you so much. Over
Thank
to
you,
you.
Rupa. Rupa, thank you. We appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Marty DeGonmo, long time no see. Come on down.
Here, comedian. Hey, no, you know what I'm hearing is people are afraid of AI because they're afraid of what they think it is. If they knew what it was, they wouldn't be afraid. When I'm hearing people talk, they're afraid of something that is not AI. They're just putting a label on AI, but they're afraid of the unknown. And that happens throughout history. But keep in mind, some of the most evil people that ever walked the planet never even saw a computer. You don't need to be a computer or have one to do evil. And even when Violet lost her credit card and somebody was playing Happy Time over in Dubai, it was the technology that found it. The technology found her card. It wasn't her. And years ago, if you lost your number, you lost everything in your bank, you were dead meat. Now they can track down the people that did it. Almost every time the bank calls me, tells me somebody hacked it, I didn't even know it. Didn't even know it. They know where it's at, they're tracking it down, and they gave me the money back. That's technology too. Keep in mind, look at the good parts of it. We're not going to go backwards. Yeah, people can do evil, but people can do evil anyway. You know, I mean, Ash hired people to hack into his own account on ONPASSIVE. Why? Because he wants to make it bulletproof. But don't be afraid of what might happen, or because you're not sure what the definition is. Stop, Shorty. He's bouncing the balloon to me while I'm on the show. I hit it every time too, if you noticed. Never skipped a freaking beat, did I? That's AI. No, it's not. Anyway, no, just for one thing, here's the best thing we can think of. If we know nothing about AI, there is one thing I do know. There's a man named Mr. Ashley Farr running this company, and I trust him like I do my own brother. No, let me rephrase that. I trust him more than my brother, okay? So that's what matters. You got to trust in us. He's not going to do anything wrong. I wanted him here because I knew he could work well with the tech team. He loves AI. I was drilling him on Tuesday, and he finally wrote, he goes, "Yo, brother, it's only Tuesday. Take a chill pill." I was trying to get stuff for Friday. But no, I read about it. I love it. Look, technology told Elon Musk he can land an afterburner on a ship in the ocean. That's technology. Technology is people being able to operate using robots and microscopic tools before they cut you open from ear all the way to your little toe. Now it's a couple little bops, you're in, you're out. My wife had an operation on her foot. She came home 2 hours later. That's technology. So there's a lot of good. Bad people in technology or no technology, they're bad. But good always wins in the long run. It always wins in the long run. So I just wanted to add that.
Thanks, Marty. You know, and that's like, I went to use my business card today and it declined it at a restaurant. And I went, oh my God, I about had a heart attack. And my bank, I guess there was 4 or 5 transactions that my bank didn't recognize from the past. So they locked my card. And I had to call them to verify that these weren't charges. So I get that's part of AI, right? So I was impressed.
Boom.
Aggravated, but I was impressed. Okay, Raymond from Papua New Guinea. Come on down, Raymond. Unmute yourself, brother.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Yeah?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks very much. Yes, this is a very interesting topic, artificial intelligence. Like what it means to me is that as humans, we all strive for happiness, the best possible kind of life that we deserve as people or citizens. It is basically a life of happiness and peace. And by nature, happiness is the end goal for every human. So utilization of machines is our creativity, is using our creativity to contribute to that happiness, given that our intentions are good. So I think it falls back to ethics as well. How we use it, how we use these machines, as long as it is for the good, that our intentions are good. And for me, artificial intelligence is the future of this world. And ONPASSIVE is here to help us achieve that happiness by using artificial intelligence. So, like Colin has said, and also the presenters, I think we should not be afraid of artificial intelligence, because it is here as a tool and it will help us with our living, and it will help us achieve what we think what is good for us as humans. So this is a very good topic, and yes, I believe that the future of this world is artificial intelligence, and we are lucky, we are happy to have ONPASSIVE, and it's utilizing this artificial intelligence to help us achieve that the kind of life we deserve as citizens or as people. I think that is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. You're right on there, brother. Thanks for sharing. Okay, now the lady with the biggest smile in the world. Okay, the prettiest smile in the world. Dr. Benny, come on down. There it is. Smile. Unmute yourself.
Oh, Brother Ron. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Good evening again, good morning, and good afternoon to each and everyone. I want to appreciate our tech brothers with the intelligences they have when it comes to artificial intelligence. Thank you, Brother Collins, Brother Vincent, Brother Oliver, for the knowledge that you all have when it comes to artificial intelligence. All our products are artificial intelligence driven. They are all protected. That is where we are founders, and everything will be okay. So when it comes to artificial intelligence, I believe Brother Collins already defined it, but artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science in which the computer is being programmed and given a cognitive ability. So when I talk about the cognitive ability, I am talking about reasoning, the reasoning ability to think, to mimic action, just like humans and animals. So the target of AI, which is artificial intelligence, is human intelligence regarding the reasoning, speech, learning, vision, and problem solving, which is so far off the future. And when it comes to machine learning, it is also a computer automated task that is being exhausted or impossible for human beings. As we all know, I'm just going to give you an example for the machine learning. Remember that the humans are the one working hard. They are the one to program this machine to do the task, to perform the task. An example is if you go to Walmart, or there are a lot of companies all over the globe that are utilizing artificial intelligence. If you go to Walmart, we have a lot of cashiers, but nowadays we don't have a lot of cashiers. The reason is because they are trying to save their money. So they program the machine now to do the work that the cashier is supposed to do. Now, if you purchase a product, the machine, you go beside the machine, it's going to tell you to scan. When you scan that product, it's going to say it's like, let's say $15. It is $15 because the company has already programmed all the goods. Let me say a giant, just like Brother Collins stated that Sona, if you talk to Sona, you ask, oh bless. Now, oh bless, Sona will give you the definition of oh bless. Sona will give you definition of everything about our products. The reason is because it's been programmed, right? So by you going to Giant and purchasing a good, now when you scan the product, it says like $15. And you put $20, that machine is going to give you $5. The reason is because human being has already programmed it. Now, we do have like 3 levels of artificial intelligence. This is just quick. You have narrow artificial intelligence, you have general artificial intelligence, and you have active. So when it comes to narrow artificial intelligence, it is said to be narrow. Why? Because the machine can perform a specific task better than humans. Now, when it comes to general artificial intelligence, now when it reaches that state, now it can perform a task that is the same. It has the same accuracy level of a human being. When it comes to active artificial intelligence, it is active when it beats that human. You know, that means the machine does the job more than a human being. So I just want to say thank you so much. All our products are artificial driven, and they're all secured. So please do not be afraid when you insert your credit card. It has been protected. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. We appreciate you. Lynn, take it over.
Am I taking over?
Take it over.
Okay.
I have to rest. I work too hard.
Yeah, you did a lot. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. I owe you, man. All right. We have Dr. Masego Katisi. We'd love to hear from her again. I know she loves this topic.
Yes. Do you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just really wanted to appreciate you, Lynn and Ron, and the Tech Pros, and also to appreciate our CEO, Ash Mufava, to say, for us to be an artificial intelligence-driven company is just amazing. Because, first of all, I would like to thank the Tech Pros for the response to my question or my statements that they responded to. Because, you know, it just shows when our CEO presents how things are going to work in ONPASSIVE, you can see the intelligent brain behind the AI. So the engineers and himself, they are the ones who are crafting this so that AI can do it for us. And the way the ecosystem is going to work in ONPASSIVE is so efficient that we will make money while sleeping. And he explains a lot of things. Last week, even in the in the meeting, he gave us some bombs, you know, some good news about O-Connect, what he's going to include there. And it's about taking different components of the efficiency of AI and bringing it together to make it more powerful, more brilliant, more efficient for us. So we are just in the right company. So I just wanted to appreciate to say, yeah, AI is actually the way to go. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, and I think that, you know, if we're not fully understanding what AI is, it's easy to think that it could be used in nefarious ways. But I think that, you know, with a company as ethical as ONPASSIVE is, and with a wonderful CEO who's very honest, I think that we'll be in good shape when we use AI. I don't have any qualms about how we will be utilizing it. I know that will be done to better society. It's going to be a good influence. So I'm really excited about the AI that we are using today. Oh, Dr. Masego, go ahead.
Hey, Lynn.
Oh, my hand. I was trying to lower my hand, actually.
Oh, I lowered your hand already. All right.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, Ron, go ahead.
You know, this is like an insurance company. We're in good hands with Ashton Farah.
All right. A little bit of wit goes a long way. I love it. All righty. Okay, so, you know, we were able to get through all of the hands raised. Oh, Collins is here. Go ahead, Collins.
I was just reading, you know, the messages, and there's one guy, I don't know if he's Bobby or what, and he's questioning a lot of things. I don't know if he really understands what is AI, or he doesn't really understand what is AI, but I just want to clarify something here. And someone like him, we cannot blame him because maybe he doesn't really know what is AI. Whatever you are using today, be it small or large, AI is embedded in it. I want to give one scenario. I don't know if this person is someone who travels a lot. If you are United States or you're in Europe, sometimes you go through the passport checking service. And you can go through the security, the immigrations, they are there, or you can go to self-checkout. What do you meet? It's a machine that is what? It's an AI security standing there. I think Ron will accept this when I'm saying this. You go, you swipe your passport, you look into they said, okay, they give you the posture for you to stand. You look at the camera, what happened? It takes your image and everything, and then check it with your passport. What happened? It goes through the data system just with a blink, but you don't know how many stages the system have run through from there to the database. What is doing all of that is AI. Driving your information to the database, check if that passport recognizes you or not, and then go. That is a virtual immigration standing there, checking everything, controlling, and before you know, the gates will open. If it is you, go out. If not, close. What are you thinking? That's AI. Now, machine is taking a lot of things. Dr. Benny just said something about going to a supermarket and you check out. That's AI in another format, supermarket. We are using IVR system. When you call someone, or you're calling maybe whatever you're calling, maybe fire service or what, ambulance, press 1 for this, press 2 for this. It's machine talking to you. That's AI, artificial intelligence. It can be used in several ways, but we are saying here that ONPASSIVE have used AI completely in every product, integration and everything. And those, like someone we call, I don't know the name, I forgot the name. If you want to believe it, fine. If you don't want to believe that AI, ONPASSIVE is driven by AI, wait, when it comes out, you will use the product and you'll see how AI will interact with you as someone and take you through the system, check out, cash out and cash in, and AI will be doing all of that using Academy, using Bless, using all of those products. AI will be driving you through because you'll see the chat box talking to you like human, direct you to where you want to go, giving information to you back without live person talking to you. I think that's when you will believe when it comes out, and it's not far from now. You know, I don't think we have to really talk about this and you go out saying, is it true or is it lie? Know that machine is taking over everything. Computer is taking over every sector in human beings. That is it. The repetitive job we are doing, machine is taking it, perfecting it in a way sophisticated that you cannot even do it, because human beings always go through fatigue and less efficient, and machine is trying to correct all of those errors. When you are tired, you make a lot of error. Machine, until you stop it, the machine will never make errors. It will just go on and on until you shut down that machine. So that's what we are saying. Computer, that's what, when they build it to take over what we are tired of doing, the repetitive jobs, errors, and all of those things. So I don't know if you believe it, fine. If you don't believe it, wait until you see it. We cannot say it again.
Collins, he was a troublemaker. He was a troll. I removed him.
Oh, that's good to know. Bye-bye, trolls. We don't like trolls and we don't accept them. But that's good. What you said was good information, Collins. And when we talk about, the volume that ONPASSIVE will be having in terms of business, how can a company efficiently run customer support if they don't use AI? They would have to be labor intensive, heavy on the staffing. But with AI and Sona, someone said if we had 3 million customers coming to ask for support at the same exact second, Sona duplicates herself, right? So as a chatbot, and she's AI driven, or AI chatbot. So she should be able to handle all of those requests simultaneously, right? And no
100%
could do that, right? And no human beings could do that. Even if you had 3 million staff, they wouldn't do as good a job as Sona would, because she never tires.
Yeah. So if they can handle it, maybe a second, say 100 people hitting on that clipboard, that Sona asking the same question, 1 minute or 1 second, they will respond to you differently, and you think like humans are the one responding to you. That is the duplication, and that is the beauty about information technology and artificial intelligence, machine learning, because they can respond to 1 billion customers in 1 second. Human beings will never do that. It will never ever meet with machine, because it is programmed to do all of that.
Exactly. And also fatigue, the factor of exhaustion, which human beings all go through. With Sona or AI, that's never part of the equation, is it?
No, it will never. The machine never fatigue. Machine is always effective and efficient. That's what it's designed to do, to take all our fatigue and everything so we can have that freedom. Because remember, I started by saying, you know what, when you come in the morning, say you're starting your job at 9 o'clock, the first 30 minutes to 1 hour, you are effective and efficient. Give yourself 3 hours, you are down the drain. And that is when errors start to kick in, because you've lost, you are so tired and you start to make a lot of errors. Give it to machine. Machine will wipe it out within a second. Very effective, very fast, and everything. And that's why artificial intelligence come in, to make sure they can kick out all of those errors more effectively and more efficiently. Less time frame, and it can deliver everything within, we talk about service level agreement. Every company has service level agreement, and say, you know what, I want to generate this within 1 second because the customer wants it, and artificial intelligence will produce that for you. Machine will do that for you. That's artificial intelligence. It's a program.
To me, it's just a practical thing. If a company chooses not to use it, they're going to be left behind. They're going to be
correct.
Left dust, really, and
yeah.
They won't be able to compete on financially either, because their costs would be so high without the use of AI. Ask
yourself, Lynn, if you have a company, right? You run a company of 50 or 100 or 1 million people, customers and stuff. And the companies, you said, okay, your customers will always complain, because they said, my goodness, why are you dealing with this? Just imagine you go to a restaurant and the cook, the chef is there preparing for you. 2 hours or maybe 30 minutes, you start to complain, or 15 minutes, say, why have they not served me on this? And imagine if machine has to do that job, cook and put it on your table, you eat and you go, you will never complain. So once you go to a company and say, I want a system that can provide these services to my customer within this time frame, so they will never complain. They build it for you. And somebody will say, you know what, I want to take a manual labor, people who can do it. Where will your customer go? Will they go to where machine will save them, or will they go to someone who will delay? They will come to you, Lynn, because you are using machine to provide the services to them. And that's the difference. And all the customers, you will shock all my customers, because what? You are on time, you are providing, you know, everything so effective and so efficient without any errors. They'll run to you. And that's why machine come over, artificial intelligence come over. It's taking every job that people don't see, because it is us who are asking for more quality products, for less time, no errors and everything. And only machine can do that.
And also the fact that AI also has what we call emotional intelligence. Isn't that right? Where they can pick up on human characteristics. So if I'm feeling grouchy that day, or I'm feeling excited, it picks up on that and responds in an appropriate way. Is that pretty accurate?
Correct. 100% machine, you know, when they do it, artificial intelligence can feel your emotion and know you are tired, can see everything and say, you know what, this thing is happening. We have to pick this out and tell you, no, you are not good. You know, you are not, you have to do this, you have to take a break. No, machine can tell you all of this. Artificial intelligence can dictate everything. And remember, it's something that doesn't really have, when they develop it and say, okay, we don't have, like Ash Mufra will tell you, machine doesn't have any feelings. It will pay you accordingly. 2 hours, if you have done 2 hours job, that's what machine will calculate it and say you have done 2 hours job. A lot of people hate it, but the truth is that's the real world now. Machine doesn't have feelings. Machine doesn't feel if you're my brother, you're my sister. It doesn't care. It will just do it as the way it is programmed, you know, and that's it.
Power of AI. And
That's
I hope
it.
that, yeah. And I hope that today, by presenting AI in a very simple and in layman's terms, I'm hoping that our participants can feel more comfortable and confident that, you know, ONPASSIVE is extensively using AI in a very, very good way.
Correct. Yeah, it is fantastic the way we are using ONPASSIVE is using it. And as I said, people shouldn't worry. They shouldn't be afraid, because it is good. You know, it is well, you know, errors. Just imagine, like I always said, you go into your wallet or whatever, you look at it, oh, things were not right. Or you look at it, what you said, my goodness, ONPASSIVE is not good. But when they are using AI to make sure everything is effective, efficient, error-free, you know, where Mr. Ashmara can sleep and know machine is doing the work on our behalf, not only on the founders, the customers, the resellers, 5.5 billion internet users, they can come into ONPASSIVE and they'll be served, you know, with dignity and respect by the artificial intelligence system that is embedded in all the products. How good it is. How can you beat that? You know, where you come out and you're happy.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right. Thank you so much, Collins. I see we have Melanie here. She'd like to say something. Come on down, Melanie.
Yes, I am here. Good evening, brothers and sisters. I love AI. I'm one of the huge fans of AI because at my job, we're already using that strategy. Artificial intelligence to me is pretty good. It simplifies. It is artificially driven. It's machines. However, they take on human form to make life simple for us, or simpler. It is driven and it is given commands by humans like us. It is controlled, but they perform intelligently. It also takes on the guesswork out of our hands, especially as Sister Lynn said that if our brain is tired, at the end of the day, artificial intelligence take on that persona where when given command, right, our brain is tired already, but it does what is complicated before our eyes. It puts us at ease. It helps us. Artificial intelligence, it takes on the work given to it by commanding it, takes it out of our hands and performs the difficult task for us. You know, it makes it easy. So life is made simple with AI. That's how I see it, and I love it. I love it because we already started using it in the banks, as Brother Oliver says, in the banks and elsewhere. We are at work, we are using part of artificial intelligence. Even when we tap our debit card or credit cards, at the bank, you used to be able to put on your PIN number. Now, if you forget your PIN number, you just tap and go. So that is part of it, artificial intelligence. And I love the fact that I don't have to think hard about remembering a number to enter into a system. You know, so it makes a difficult task less complicated, and it is driven by humans like us. So it's nothing to be afraid of. It's already existing in this world anyhow. We can't hide from it. And I'm happy that ONPASSIVE products are artificial intelligence based to make work and life less simpler for us. I love the fact that that's what it's all about, and I am good with it. I'm ecstatic. I'm waiting for that day. I am really happy about it. And I thank Ash and the team that are working together, you know, diligently to bring about things that will make our lives simpler, and then we all gain together. So there's nothing to fret about. And this is my take on artificial intelligence.
Thanks, Melanie. I think
You're welcome.
you gave us nice, simple examples. And I really like your reassurance that AI is a good thing for all of us. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. Appreciate you. I
No
see we now have, thank you. I see we now have Elizabeth Bade from Papua New Guinea. We'd love to hear from you. You can unmute.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Lynn. Can you hear me?
No. Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, all those, the Protect. Collins, you are so wonderful, Vincent and Oliver. You guys have really taught us so many things, especially technical things about IT and all that. I must tell you, I'm a mother and I have no idea about these things, but I have really picked up and I've learned a lot. I just want to acknowledge and appreciate what our CEO has done and is doing for us. And I must admit that just this word automatic or automated system kind of gave me a lot of education or gave me knowledge as to how I was able to understand automated system, meaning I'm pretty sure that that must be to do with AI. Because when you go into the bank and you go and swipe your card and you get your money and you know, you are so excited that goodness, I just went and kind of swiped my card and I got my money. And you walk away, especially to an ATM machine. So just that word automated made me wonder, what does it mean, you know? So now I am able to understand that, okay, there is this AI in it, and that's why it's making it easy for all of us. So I just want to appreciate and thank you all, Lynn and Ron, for bringing this topic out today. And I have really learned a lot of things, and I must admit that I didn't have any idea what AI is. But I've been reading about it, and now I'm hearing from people who have experience and have used it and all that. And now it's really giving me confidence that, you know, I'm very proud to be a founder in this business that we are in. And ONPASSIVE has really taught us a lot of things, lots and lots of things we have picked up. I just want to appreciate and say thank you to Ash and his family for sharing this business with us. Thank you, Lynn.
Well, Elizabeth, I like your attitude. You know, you say, I don't really know anything about it, but what's special about you is you're wanting to learn. You know, I see you come to the PNG webinars every Sunday, and congratulations on being elevated to a leader there in PNG. Yay for Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Yes, and just to let you know, she is going to be our guest on Insights with Lynn and Comfort on Wednesday 4 p.m. Eastern coming up, and we're excited to have her. She's going to be speaking about her life and her passion. So thank you so much, Elizabeth, for
Thank
being
you.
here with us. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you, Lynn.
You're welcome. Okay, now we go to Gladys Nyaboro.
Thank you so much, Lynn. I just want to add something very small because of the fear that I've seen some people have about AI. Again, I come to you as your friend. I'm Gladys Nyaboro, and as a regular mama with no IT background, zero, nada. So AI can be really good to our lives. I just want to bring it to your house, to your kitchen, to your home, to your family. I have worked with seniors, and we lose many seniors, elderly people every year who die of overdose because maybe their children have moved from home, they are grown, they have finished school, moved out of home away to different states, and cannot be there with their parents to take care of them. So you find maybe their parents as they age, some have dementia, some have Alzheimer's. They are not able to know when to take medication and the right dosage to take. So they end up either overdosing themselves or skipping taking the medications. And then they become sicker and sicker and they go back to the hospital. Just to think, if we had something made of AI that can be programmed by the physician or by the pharmacy in the morning to wake up your parents and say, Gladys, it's 7 a.m. It's your time to take this medication and this medication. And in the afternoon, it does the same. Suppose it's advice that reminds them to eat their meals. We get many seniors to the hospitals who are malnourished, not because they don't have food, because they don't know when to eat. Or they don't, even if someone brings them food, they don't know they don't remember when to eat when they have dementia. They end up being rushed to the nursing homes instead of them staying home. So such small things like that. Think of now ONPASSIVE, All My Life, which is one of the products of ONPASSIVE, AI embedded. It's very sad. I mean, we have generations in families, and we have grandparents, we have parents, great-grandparents, grandchildren, and going on. With All My Life, now we can be able to keep our story, documenting our story. It's embedded with AI. When my time comes, I live with this world, my children will know about my life, their children will know to the generations and generations to come. So that's because of AI. So I just try to look at, if you can, whoever is in doubt, try to pick one product and see how AI will, is being used in that product. Ask a fellow founder, you will realize that it's there to serve us and to serve us really good. Thank you so much.
Yes, and Gladys, we're looking at the humanitarian aspect as well. And I'm thinking, you're talking about the medication and using AI to help people know when to take their meds. And it also applies to a lot of our other subgroups in our population, not only the elderly, but also think about those who may be intellectually challenged, those who may be low vision or blind and don't have, accessibility type devices to help them. All of these people will be helped as well. So, there's huge ramifications to AI, and they're, to me, very, very positive and life-enhancing, life-saving as well. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that, Lynn, and that will really help people to live a quality life. I will give an example. As I grew up back home in Africa, in Kenya, the people who were disabled, who were born, who were not able to walk, they never left their home. I never saw them going anywhere. But I remember always when I walked by, seeing them sitting outside their house. Someone puts them to sit there since morning and make sure runs home to take them back to the house in the evening. Thank God for wheelchairs now. But unfortunately, some places are impassable. Even a wheelchair cannot be driven around. How about if we have a device that can help these people to live a full life at home? Or if they are blind, if they, if there's anything that come to enable them to be able to move around, if they cannot hear, something that can give them quality of life. So I believe that with AI, used well, and especially ONPASSIVE AI, which is AI with ethics, it can really enhance people's lives around the world.
Yes, I would agree with you on that. Thank you for sharing all of that. I think it's an eye-opener for a lot of us. Thank you, Gladys.
Thank you.
All right, so now.
Lynn, there is Jeffrey Mal.
Oh,
Jeffrey Moloff is in the house, yes.
Jeffrey's back. Okay, let's look for Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey. Let me make you co-host so you can unmute. Good to have you back. We saw that you were gone for a minute and we were calling on you, said, where's Jeffrey? Where's Jeffrey? So come on down. Would you speak with us, Jeffrey?
Sure. I'm just enjoying listening to everybody here and listening to the speakers and learning some stuff, and just I had an evening with my family's gone, so usually on Friday nights I'm doing stuff with the family, and tonight I'm all alone. I'm like, wow, let me jump on here. I tried to be incognito, but you guys found me, so I'm like, okay, this is good. This is good.
You. Even when you say Jay Morlock, I know it's you. I found you.
Yeah, this is you guys are doing great.
You, right, Jeffrey? This is a topic that's right up your alley. So that's why I want you to talk on it.
Talking about AI in particular, I love it. Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Anything in particular, or just?
Well,
I mean,
the topic today is, what are your thoughts about AI? What's your perspective on it? Tonight we had people talking about some of the fears they have, thinking that AI could be nefarious, it could be used to control others, and then we were enlightened that it doesn't work that way. So there's some reassurances that we got through this webinar, but what is your perspective on AI? Good, bad?
Oh, absolutely good. Absolutely good. There are so many things going on with it that are just going to expand our capabilities going into the future. I mean, as far as people worried, I mean, when you hear, I love that word nefarious. You don't hear it very often, but when you have people that think that AI is going to evolve into something like you might see in some of the sci-fi movies, where it's trying to take over. Obviously, Terminator and Skynet come to mind, where they just want to wipe us out. Or The Matrix, which I firmly believe is a documentary, quite honestly, where the machines want to use us and our energy and that sort of thing. That's not something that's going to happen. It's that is something of complete science fiction. AI, I was listening to some people speak a little bit ago about the AI, and they're talking about the our future and predictability of futures, which is absolutely a thing that is on the horizon. And without sounding a little crazy, it's already here with the quantum computer. AI is, as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned, there are a lot of portions of AI that we're going to be using and that Mr. Mufar has actually taken into consideration. One of the big ones we talk about a lot is the machine learning, the deep learning, the big data analytics, which is something that we're going to be using literally every day, every minute that ONPASSIVE is up and running and doing its thing, simply because of the automation. Now, we heard Mr. Mufara talk as early as 2019, halfway through 2019, when he had said, wow, we can't do what we want to do with the people and technology that we've got. So we've got to go out and we've got to get engineers, and we have to get really high-powered techs, because we need to write our own AI. And that's how we're going to automate the systems. And we don't want any third-party people in here telling us what to do. So that's really where he started. And the portion of, or the section of AI that he started with was machine learning. And that's the portion. So when we say, you know, that we're automated through AI and that we're AI driven, we're typically referring to that, specifically machine learning. But there's also deep learning. There's also what we call predictive analysis, which is using, if you look at some of our software, when you look at, especially, you know, he talks about geofencing, and we talk about some of the more technical programs, you know, that we're going to be running with ONPASSIVE. There is a lot of predictive analytics in that, excuse me. We also use what we call natural language processing. We will be able to see that in the AI bot. And quite frankly, I mean, simply, natural language processing simply means that you are able to, in our own language, in a natural language, speak to an AI, and it will understand, it will comprehend, and it will understand even the intent of the conversations. And that's how advanced these things are that Mr. Mufara has put together and has built right into a lot of our software and products, specifically the AI bots, the Ocademy, I think the OConnect. All of these things have these very, very sophisticated portions of AI running through them. Of course, we've also got another portion of it. It's called intelligent automation. That is something that we started back in 2019 when he started writing the automation software. And as big as we are, and when I say big, I'm saying as complete as our digital ecosystem is, our financials and the automation and the marketing and everything that is rolled into the business model of ONPASSIVE, we are going to be taking a lot more of the aspects of AI, because AI is not one or two or five things. It's a whole constellation of technologies that, when they're added together in certain ways, you come up with new things and new abilities, and you have new ways of looking at data or collecting data. And there's even a thing called dark data that is an asset of information collected by organizations that don't really use, it's kind of worthless data, but it's not worthless in that it can be used for projections based on stuff from the past. So when you talk about AI, yeah, it can get kind of dicey, but it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it's really the best technology coming up to the top. And through this AI that we're always almost overusing the terminology, but through it, ONPASSIVE will dominate. I mean, when we talk about domination, you know, and I heard some of the previous Collins and Oliver, they were talking about the data centers and the AI and how we're moving forward with that. And when you look at the complexities of what Mr. Mufara has put out in everything that is the universe of ONPASSIVE, and when you marry the products, the digital products, the physical products, the innovation labs, the data centers, the cloud computing within the data centers, and the laser technology, and all of this, and every bit of it's linked together, and all of the data is being handled very, very efficiently by the AI, man, you know, this automation that he set up, that's what's going to help us. That's really what's going to put us at the forefront of everything. And I am excited about it. I love AI. There's so much that you can learn and know. And I agree, though, there is no need to be afraid of it. It can be used simply because it is a way to take multiple streams, huge, massive streams of data, make sense out of them, and then use them to predict where we want to go and what we want to do, and even what will happen if we do certain things. So, you know, but bringing it back home a little bit, the AI that we have within ONPASSIVE is going to be something that we're going to use without even knowing that we're using it. You know, the AI chatbot that he's got, which is a phenomenal piece of technology. It's going to understand not only the conversations and what you are saying and be able to match those to any of 100 different things at the same time and go out and find those things and bring them back, but it's going to understand the actual intent of the conversation. In other words, it's going to know where the conversation's going, and it can get out ahead of it, you know, and that's just one piece of it. When you start looking at some of the AI bringing together people and products and organizations that you just happen to casually mention, you know, that's another way. But I mean, that's really it. I mean, AI, like Ash says, is our friend, you know, and it's gonna develop for us, and it's gonna help to develop us, and it's gonna help us move into a future where we can do all the things that we want to do. We can lift humanity in the ways that we want to, simply by doing what we know to do, and that's, you know, following the vision, Mr. Mufara's vision, and getting out in front of a lot of the technology that's out there now, so that we're leading the way. You know, we are quite literally going to be the biggest, the best company in the world. And it's all started on the vision that Mr. Mufara had. You know, it's all part and parcel with saying, you know what, we're going to do what's right because it's right. And we understand there's a lot of corruption out there. We're gonna be the correction for that, and we're gonna be able to take what we've got and show the rest of the world this is how it needs to be done. This is how business should be done, and it shouldn't be based on profit and products. It should be based on heart and compassion, and we're showing you how to do it. So we are that very first paradigm shift of the online marketing and online businesses, so that we can now show the world how to do it. And we are. And you will notice there are going to be other benevolently minded CEOs pop up. There are going to be other benevolent, conscious organizations, companies that come onto the scene and say, wow, we've got products that we want to do just like what Ash is doing. And they want to give to the world. They want to lift up people. And I'm seeing them.
Yeah, I do.
Predicted that a year ago.
I agree with you on that. I think that ONPASSIVE is going to be like a role model, a corporate role model.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And as people see, right, they see that ONPASSIVE is ethical, yet highly profitable. Then companies will say, hey, well, maybe we can shift what we're doing and still see success without having the corporate greed and all that graft that goes along with business. So I think there's going to be a huge shift, you know. And I wanted to, you know, we're now on 2.5 hours of Friday Night Live, so I would like to kind of wrap up. But I wanted to see if Collins, Oliver, and Vincent had final words as we wrap up tonight.
Yeah,
Collins,
So I'll just agree with what Jeffrey have just said. You know, it's well said. AI will dominate everything, and we have used AI, machine learning in every product, and you will use it without even knowing you are using them. You know, that you interact with machine like you are interacting with somebody. That is the truth. You know, we can't deny it because this is where the world is going. you know, and I always said in most webinar, I said it's either you follow the direction on where technology is going or you'll be left behind. There is no two-way. That is the norm of the day. We want it and people have embraced it because, as Jeffrey said, we want to make our life more efficient, productive, you know, and without errors. And where do you get that? It's only by machine learning, AI, the code, everything behind the software, and that's where it's going. And thank God, Mr. Mufara, I've just brought this to light, where our products are all embedded with AIs, and you will use, as Jeffrey said, without even knowing you are using them. So just want to thank everybody. I hope, you know, we've given a lot of information tonight, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.
Thanks, Collins. Let's go on to Vincent Ete.
Thanks, Angeline, for inviting us for this great webinar. Thanks also all the participants, my brother Collins and brother Oliver. So just last word, just to let you know that intelligence is where the world is moving now.
Vincent, you're breaking up. You might have to
So and also ONPASSIVE is
you're breaking up. You might have to turn everything off. There we go.
ONPASSIVE is also is better now.
Yes, much better.
Okay, so ONPASSIVE is also the future of technologies, because all our product, all the ONPASSIVE product is also embedded with artificial intelligence system. So this is ONPASSIVE. So if you want to know the future of artificial intelligence, is ONPASSIVE. So this is ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is artificial intelligence. So I will leave it there. Thank you, Angeline.
Thank you so much, Vincent. And now we'll hear from Oliver Fonte.
Yeah, hi. To conclude, I just want to thank everybody that's here, and Jeffrey, thank you for your contribution also. And AI, when I know a lot of concerns have come up because of the security, we are fine when it comes to our security. With the help of AI, we should sleep. We should have good sleep. ONPASSIVE, we do have, with the help of artificial intelligence, our security is the best of the best. So I will leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate the four of you. Thank you to Gladys, who also spoke, and we had some others as well. Thank you for sharing and benefiting everyone by sharing. We appreciate you. All right, at this time, we're going to go to our thanks, and then I want to talk about webinars coming up. In fact, I'm going to talk about things coming up first before I go to the thanks. So today is Friday, and we have late night chat, which starts in about an hour and a half, and we're going to continue the discussion on AI. So if you are intrigued tonight and didn't quite have the chance to speak, or you're a bit shy, come to our late night chat, because you'll be able to type your comments and we will highlight selected comments. So come on board. The link is in the back office as well as on social media. So please join us tonight at midnight Eastern Daylight Time. And then tomorrow we have PNG, and on Sunday at midnight. Am I missing anything on Saturday? Well, we have the ONPASSIVE Milo show that's at 2 p.m. Eastern. So come on down for that one. And then Sunday we have PNG, Papua New Guinea, which is at midnight Eastern Time. And then we have the Heroes public webinar, which is at 1:30 p.m., where you will get to learn about ONPASSIVE. We'll have the OTech pros there. Red usually gives the update about the company. And then we have Andy Burke talks about the sales perspective. So that's Sunday at 1:30 p.m. So there's a lot coming up. Come and enjoy, come and learn, come and associate with each other. I think it's a great opportunity. Okay, now we're going to go to our thanks. We want to thank Marty DeGarmo.
Lynn, you miss OTech Pro on Sunday.
Oh yeah, we switched the time. Okay, so
Yeah.
OTech Pros used to be on Saturday, but we switched it to Sunday, and it is now at 10 a.m. How could I forget that, Collins? Oh my gosh. So it's at 10 a.m. Eastern every Sunday. We post the link in the back office. And let me put a little plug for the OTech Pros. We have also added a show. It's called Chat with the OTech Pros, and it's every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon. So you'll see it posted in the back office and on social media as well. It's on the StreamYard platform, so you can actually type your comments, and we will highlight some of the comments that we see. So it's really fun and interactive, and it's a chance for you to get to know the OTech Pros. It's casual, relaxing, and fun. So please join us on Tuesdays and Thursdays for that. Am I missing anything else?
10:30 p.m.
For
late night chat.
Oh, tomorrow our late night chat. My husband Rob says we have it at 10:30 p.m. because we do it early. Because we don't want to affect the PNG webinar, which is at midnight. So we have our late night chat at 10:30 p.m. Saturday instead of our usual time. Okay. I think we're good on that. Now we want to go to our thanks. We want to thank Marty DeGarmo. He had to leave. It's a little late for him, and we think that he has gout. We're not sure, but we are playing doctor and saying we think he has gout. So he's resting. I'm sure he's trying to get a little bit of sleep. But I want to thank the two people who produce our graphics, which are Mara Aquino and June Buckingham. So you'll see a joint effort from now on the graphics. So thank you so much. We're enjoying the one that was made tonight, the beautiful one that some of us are using. Thank you to our chat guardians. We have our commissioner, who we call, who is John Barilla. He's in charge of the chat monitors. He helps to make sure that we have enough people on board. Thank you to Lisha Tuak and Bruce Gerstein as well. They help monitor the chat as well as some of the YouTube chats. Thank you to the OTech Pros who are always here with us to contribute. Thank you to Jeffrey who popped in. We're glad he popped in again. I saw him earlier, then he dropped out and he came again, and he had so much good stuff to share with us. Thank you, Jeffrey. I also want to thank those of us here who do the promotion of our webinar, and you guys know who you are. Maybe you're unsung heroes because nobody sees you in action, but believe me, I do, because I'm on social media every day and I see those of you who are promoting day in and day out. We thank you so much for your heart for our webinars. Thank you to our attendees, because without you, we would not have a webinar. We appreciate all of you for being here. And now we're going to take it to the gallery for an extended aloha. I call aloha, but it's like saying goodbye to each other. So give me a second. I got to take up all the spotlighting from you guys here, and then we'll go to the gallery. They should have a remove all spotlights button, so I don't have to do it individually, but that's not how it works with Zoom. That's why we can't wait for O Connect. All right, now we take it to the gallery. Take your time and enjoy saying bye-bye to each other, and we hope to see you next Friday for another Friday Night Live. Thank you, everyone. We love you so much.
Hello.
I'm muting.
Aloha from New York City. Bye-bye.
Bye from
Good night from
Australia.
Calgary, Canada.
Bye all. Goodbye. Goodbye.
From
Bye
North
all.
Carolina.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
So long, everybody.
Good night.
Bye all.
Bye.
Thank you, and webinar.
Oh, good night, Michael. Bro, Michael, good night.
Bye, bro. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Bye, everybody. See you next time.
Oh,
See you at
Welcome.
Late
Uncle
Night
Benny,
Chat.
good night.
Good afternoon from Papua New Guinea.
So much.
Bye,
Great.
Sean.
Good night.
Collins.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Oliver. Thank you,
Good
Vincent.
night.
Come to Late
Very
Night
nice
Chat.
presentation.
Hi, Dr. Benny.
Bye, Collins.
Bye.
Hello, Dr.
Big hug,
Benny.
everyone.
Thank you,
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Good night. Good night, Brother Michael, Dr. Benny, Jean, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Good night, Brother John.
Bye. Bye.
Mr.
Bye.
Gladys.
See you guys at happy hour late night chat.
Alligator.
Good
After a
night.
while,
Oh, good morning,
crocodile.
Iruna.
I think I saw John on
Ahmad.
Astra.
Sister Janice. Have a good one.
All right, Colin.
Thank you for all your help, Myra.
Good night,
everyone.
Don Barilla and Listra.
Bye.
Mr. Gladys. Hi, Brother Jeffrey.
Hi,
Good
Dr.
night,
Benny.
everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Gladys.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Benny. Oh,
Bonsoir,
from down under.
bonsoir.
Good night, my
Hi, Brother
neighbor
Ahmad.
Jeffrey Moloch.
Michael Apple.
Richard
Bye.
Lamont.
Bye.
John.
John and
Brother Greg.
John
Good night, Leslie.
Bye, everybody. See you later, alligator.
All right.
Good night,
After
Listra.
all,
Jeff.
Jeffrey.
Richard.
Wow.
See you all tomorrow.
No more.
See you all tomorrow.
Project
Hello.
Cruz.
Hello.
Thank you all. Bye.
Hey, Jen.
See you all tomorrow.
Bye. Airplane I would took was
Hey, this is Spotlight.
Francesca.
Get out.
Good
See you
night,
later. See you
Elizabeth. I
later.
can't wait to see you.
Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, we see you soon.
Yes.
Soon.
we'll
Thank you,
soon
Doctor.
have
Good night, Brother Michael and Sister Lori.
See you, Lori.
Good night, Hassan.
Good night, Hassan.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Michael Echo.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Michael.
Good night, Brother John.
Bye.
Mr. Hassan.
Good night, Lynn.
Good night, Lynn.
Bye-bye, everyone. Good night.
Good night. Late night chat.
Thank you, Lynn, for
Late
everything.
night chat. Enjoy it.
Yes.
Good night, Sister Myra.
Hi.
Good night.
What a bunch of crazy people I got on the webinar.
Good night, Sister
Hello,
Good
Watch
night.
those crocodiles down under, John.
See you all tomorrow.
Hey, see you later, alligator.
That's a wild crocodile.
Bye, John.
See you soon, you baby. Baby.
Same old, Army, same old.
Night, Armand.
Mr. Perillo should do stand-up comedy. You're a comical guy. See you, Greg.
Hello.
Good night, my dear.
Night, Vincent.
Bye.
Who's that? May God's richest blessings be heaped upon all of you. As
Amen.
you're deserving of nothing less.
Bye.
New York. What else?
New York City.
Bye, GM.
I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I can't do
Bye,
it.
John. Good night, John.
Hey, did you hear about the skeleton goes into a bar? Says,
No.
give me 2 beers and a mop. Hey, did you hear about the skeleton goes into a bar?
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good late night chat. Come and join us.
That was a skeleton.
Oh man, this is
Bye, everyone.
jeez.
Bye, Lynn. Bye, Marty. Bye,
See ya.
I gotta go. I gotta